Welcome to Aaron Plays. In this episode, we will be doing turn 5 of the scenario 17 of Storming the Gap from Lock and Load Publishing. Currently, I am playing the NATO forces, trying to withstand a East German and Soviet offensive. We're trying to capture an objective here, here, and here. The Warsaw Pact requires 2 for a marginal victory, all 3, and they get a decisive victory. Moving on then. Card draw. Okay, what's the left of my infantry formation? That's here. I think that might, and this unit here. Okay. Go through the sequence, there's a refreshing command status. The HQs that unit are in commands. No missiles to reload, disruption removal. Okay, so this disruption will be removed on a 9 or less. Excellent. Okay. Any off-board artillery strikes? You know, I am tempted to drop some HE into here. In fact, let's do that. So try to drop a HE round into there. Let me get the fire for effect marker. Okay, so anything but a 6 and it's accurate. Okay, so it's accurate in there. I'm striking for 4 dice, 3 dice at 4s. 3 dice at 4s to hit. And that's per target. However, there's only 1 target at the present moment because the VMP is carrying the infantry. So 3 dice at 4. 1 hit. And the save is a 5. In actual fact, they can claim concealment there. I've got no recon, non-adjacent. Yeah, so it's 2 dice at 5. They save. All right, so HE wasn't that effective. I can bring 2 lots down, but I think I'll save the last barrage. Okay. So after that is orders. Now, I think I can pull back from here, even though they're disrupted, as long as they don't go into line of sight. And it's what to do with this. So it is a target-rich environment. This is where I need to defend. These are where they're going to be assaulting across the river. Okay. As long as they don't go into line of sight. So 1. Oh, wait a minute. The helicopters here, they're hovering. So 2 hexes. So no, that hex isn't line of sight of the helicopter, but this one probably will be. And that one definitely will be. Okay. 1. Oh, what to do when you're surrounded. You know what? It will join the ARAMs there too. Okay. And ops completed. Let's put that on top. This guy will fire. Yeah, let's try and take out this unit here. Make sure it doesn't cross the woods. No. Okay, so he's got range of 13, so he's under half range. So he's at 4 dice at 3. 4 hits. He's got 1 at 5 to save. Okay, so still 3 hits goes through, so it's eliminated. The infantry in there, they're eliminated too. Okay. Yeah, 1 to 3, they would have been reduced. 4, 5, 6, eliminated. So what happens to passengers? So the BMPs gone. Actually, I should place a wreck there, put that be up there. Place wreck. Take it off. I reckon that counter. We do indeed. Okay. He should be checked for missiles. Oh, he's now marked missile. Checking, and now. Oops, completed. Okay, that concludes that command. Right, on to next formation. The East German infantry formation. Okay, over to here. So they've got nothing to refresh. Command status. So the HQ's here. Everyone, apart from the mortar, are in command. So running from the mortar. They're okay. And the truck. They're okay too. Okay. That's command status. Missile reload. I don't think they have any missiles to reload. No. Disruption removal. This unit here. No. Moving this unit over here. Yes. Okay. Off-board artillery. Right. All they've got left now, in East Germans, is some smoke. So let's see if they lay smoke. In actual fact, I've just drawn card 45, HQ, or recon unit. Where's their recon units? A recon here, unit here. Right. Well, HQ hasn't got line of sight, but the recon unit, which can act as a spotter, has. Okay. So first of all, he has to make a morale check to see if he can call this in. Morale being 7. He can. Okay. I would suggest then that they would lay smoke here. So, fire for effect, accuracy, anything but a 6. Okay. Let's see what happens when you lay smoke. Okay, smoke markers are placed similar method to the mines. So one is placing that hex there. Let's remove the fire for effect marker. Okay, and what else have I just removed from there? Oh, the American unit. Okay. Put the smoke on top. Okay. Oh, it's going at the bottom and this is going at the bottom. Fair enough. I can then place 2 adjacent to that. So where would they place the smoke? Probably here. Okay. And then, well, maybe they want to cover the approach here so they can't fire through at it. So, okay. Let's seems to be a stacking thing that I can't change the order of that stack. So there's smoke placed there. That doesn't exhaust the unit. So that means that the East Germans have got actually only one smoke left. Would they place any more? 1, 2, 3. They do. They want to place more. Okay. Well, the dice says more, but where else would they place it? Actually, I'm going to ignore that command because maybe these East Germans here would like to use the last smoke round. So, all right, I'm ignoring that roll because I can't see any more effective use for it at the present. Okay, so that's off-board artillery. On to the actions. Okay, now the mortar has got a range of 9. Is effectively no use there anymore. So the truck moves in there for 2, picks up the mortar, ready for next turn. Actual fact, the mortar, no, more efficient way, the mortar can spend 1 up. I can only spend half of its movement. It's only got 2 movement points. Okay, yeah, that's the only way to really do it. Out of command. Completed. Okay. Right, to cross here in a BMP takes all the movement points. Okay. What am I doing? I need to draw a card to see what they're actually up to. I think that what I've already done is a sort of given. They need to bring that mortar into rage. Okay. So, card 46. Start with the units closest. This guy here is disrupted. Can't move back here because he still remains in line of sight. Actually, that's no longer true. If you're in smoke, you've only got line of sight into the adjacent hex. So this infantry unit can now fall back. Okay. No, we can't fall back into actually. I've just looked at the stacking. Is this picking up other units? No, that's fine. Okay, so let's look at this. All right, to relieve the stacking. So this guy then, here, has he got line of sight? Well, there's enemy in there. Assault if firepower, otherwise fire. Sorry, I'm mumbling. Assault if firepower greater than target. Well, his firepower is 3 at 5. He can't get across there to assault. He could move into there and into there the following turn. But the other option he's got is fire. Okay, so firing into a target with smoke. Okay, so let's have a look at smoke rules. Smoke blocks line of sight for units at any elevation, whether they are into or through the screen. Units adjacent to a smoke-filled hex, however, have line of sight into, but not through it, for the purpose of both direct and spotting. Units in a smoke-filled hex only have line of sight to adjacent non-smoke-filled hexes. So I can only actually target him if I was adjacent. Okay. So it says fire. So let's try to fulfill that order. it doesn't say I've got a minimum range on the actual anti-tank guided missile. So that unit moves forward. And targets this Abrams here. And it's moved both, isn't it? Yep. So it's got a fire value of 4 at 4. He has moved, so he loses 2 dice. Okay, so it's 2 dice at 4, but it is point blank. 2 dice at 3, but the smoke makes it harder. 2 dice at 4. Fairly certain that's a miss. Check for ammo. No, it's still got ammo. So that is completed. Okay. Which then goes back onto this unit now. Okay. Keeps wanting to fire. He hasn't got line of sight. So AE closest to ops completed player unit. Well, he's going to move across as he's amphibious. Ops completed. This guy has a line of sight, but I'm not going to waste my 1 shot against a little recon unit. I mean, I could have fired on this guy, but let him fire. He's not done anything. And moving down here, no line of sight. He's going to move towards ops completed unit of mine there, across. Now, it says it expends all their movement. Okay. Not sure if that means that they can't then pick up the infantry, which I think it probably would mean they can't do. So they've picked up the infantry. I'll need to check into that. But also a bit silent on that one. It says this unit's got to start adjacent. Okay. And as long as it can move into the terrain that's opposite, it doesn't say, it says expends all its movement factors. Well, taking up the infantry would also be included in that. So I'm going to say that's legal. Probably worth a question on BGG. It might already be asked, but it's not in the rules at present. So now that does mean that I could fire here. And that is a worthwhile target. I do know there's another one of those that can potentially cross there. And I'm running out of things to shoot with. So, yeah, I think I'm going to shoot there. Okay. So it's 4 dice at 5. I'm at point blank, so it's 4 dice at 4. That's 2 hits. They get the woods. So it's 2 dice at 5 to save. 1 save, so they are disrupted. We've got plenty of disrupted markers on the side here, which also means the infantry disrupted. That's automatic. And my tank here is now ops completed. Which means this guy, I think, has got free passage across. Yeah, transport by infantry, so they are across. Ops completed. Should have marked those ops complete too. Right. Basalt, it's lovely, but sometimes it's stacking can be better. Okay. Which now creates space for that infantry that we spoke earlier to actually fall back. Yeah. Right. Over to these guys. Again, they've got no one in line of sight. Using the same, they move towards my ops completed units. Okay. So these aren't amphibious. Ah. Well, they're set the long way around, weren't they? Okay. Or they could keep giving support over here as necessary. Well, that's the direction they want them to go. They've got no other way other than all the way back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ops completed. Right. This guy is amphibious. So he will move 1, 2, 3. Ops complete. Okay. The infantry have no way to cross. So there is a BMP here. Right, so this BMP can move in, pick up one of the infantry. It can't cross now because it would have had to start in there. But at least picks up full strength infantry unit there. They still have, moving out the way for the moment, some movement potential left. No, they don't. Once they pick up the infantry, no, the infantry could move to that. That's true. All right, let's go back on that. The infantry can move to them. Then they've still got half their movement left. Okay, they can't cross. The infantry didn't start there. They could go 1, 2, 3. Risk the minefield, or they could wait on next turn and cross. Yeah, I think they'd do that. Why risk the minefield? Well, you can get a safe passage across. So, ops complete. That's just the infantry moving. This guy has uploaded the infantry. Yes. Okay. This infantry again can't get across due to. So we'll have to walk the long way around. 1, 2, 3. This infantry here. 1, 2. The minefield. No effect. 3. Okay. T55. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minefield. No effect. This off-board artillery must have dropped 1 mine. They're just driving around it. Okay. Sorry, that's not. Okay. The mortar here. Well, he could pretty much hit anywhere on the board there. I can't see any reason why he'd move. He's got no one who can spot from at the present. So we'll leave him as is. Where's the HQ there? He's still within command range. So I think he's quite happy there. Right, so that's the East German formation, done. Next formation. Helicopters. These guys here. Draw a card for them and see if I get any general guidance. Card 55. It says assault their firepower is right. Tell what these guys can't assault. So the next option on there is fire. Okay. However, these guys are in smoke now, so they don't really have a target there, but they do have a target sitting nicely on the hill over here, and yeah. This is out of line of sight there, so they'll probably have to move there. So one of these will fire. So we'll start with this one. Fire at that target there. So the range is 7 hexes. Okay. That's way under half range. So that's 4 dice at 3s to hit. Three hits. Ouch. Okay. 3 hits. He's only got 1 at 6 to save. No. He's I think he's gone. Okay, so let's place a wreck there and remove him. Okay, check for missile ammo on the helicopter. Right, so he's marked now. Missile ammo. All right, so this one, does he have anyone he can fire at? He's at height 2 because he's hovering. This hill blocks all line of sight down here. So no. So the next options on the card. Now, so the helicopters don't have to stay adjacent to each other, so he could move really close. There's no minimum range on this. So we'll switch into flying mode. Bring him up really close. Okay. Now, can he use this weapon against it's HE, but it might be high rate of fire? I need to check it on that. No, it's got an advanced night fighting, so he's still flying then. So let's mark him ops complete. I should mark him ops complete for the shot. Okay. Next formation. End of operations. Next. All right. My armor. These guys here. Okay. Refresh. Command status, they're all in command. No missiles to reload. Disruption removal, no, they're not disrupted. Off-board artillery, no, I don't really need to bring any in at the present moment. Okay. Actions, so what to do? Have I lost this objective? There's so many East Germans coming in. I'm not really able to fire through the smoke. There's helicopters hovering everywhere. Do I fall back to try and defend objective B? I think it might be, yeah, prudent. Whilst they're all ops completed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, they go in there. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully I can get to go again before they do. Okay. Soviet armor. Right, that's these boys down here. Okay. Pretty much straight into the action phase with those guys. Drawing card 40. They don't really have any. They have a helicopter, but that's about it in line of sight. So AO closest to a target. Well, that's the target. Move towards. So they're moving towards the objective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Traffic jam on the bridge. 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm going to put 1 ops complete marker for that entire formation. There we go. Okay. Next. East German designated formation. Ooh. Right. Okay. Well, their formation card hasn't come out yet, so they might want to get the jump on here. However, it would be useful for them here too. To continue the drive and whilst I've not got my defense set up. So it's a tough call for them. So I'm going to make it a die roll. 1, 2, 3, they'll take it on the formation that's already activated. 4, 5, 6 on these guys. On their armor. Okay. Again, nothing apart from the straight into the action phase. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Whoops. Retake. They still have a smoke round. These are the East Germans. Let's see, drawing card 51. There's nothing there about laying smoke. Okay, now into their action sequence. Drawing card 19. Okay, so let's start with the one who does have line of sight onto an enemy unit. Over here. And he's within point blank range. So it says under his orders on card 19, fire. Okay, so LOS, who does he have LOS 2 from there? There. And he was, all 3 has LOS 2, line side 2. That's a target rich environment. That's, there's a pattern there as well. Okay. Tanks will engage tanks first off because they're the biggest threat to them. So, first shot. Okay, point blank range. He's got 3 dice at 4. That's 3 dice at 3. 1 hit. Pattern can claim concealment because it hasn't got anything on him, as in such as a ops completed marker or disruption. So he's got 3 dice at 5, plus 1 for the city, plus 1 for concealed. 5 dice at 5. Yeah, he shrugs that first hit off. The second armor in here will also be able to shoot at the same target. 3 dice at 3, wasn't it? So rubbish shooting. 1 hit. And to shrug it off. Ooh. That's what this is. That's going to be easy to shrug that off. This is where the system bites you on the bottom. 3 dice at 5. It was 5 dice at 5. Couldn't roll a 5 to save their lives. So they are now disrupted. Great. Which means they're no longer concealed. So those are both ops completed. Right. Okay. This guy here has, well, let's do this one here. Line of sight. Yes, yes, and yes, but these are long. Okay, so not point blank, so I should do this guy here, who is within point blank range. 6, has line of sight there, doesn't have line of sight on the already disrupted attack, so he has line of sights onto these targets. Right, in here, there's the Bradley reloading missiles, and there's another Bradley reloading missiles. So firing at the Bradleys. Okay, first one firing over here. Point blank range again, so that is 3 at 3. 3 hits. To save, that's 1 sit, and then city and concealed, 3 at 6. No saves. Boom, the Bradley has gone. Yeah, they're like almost like cardboard, aren't they? So, oh, I should have placed a wreck. Okay, bringing him back temporarily so I can place a wreck marker. And then remove the bring back the infantry. That's on nightmare. It really is. Why it would pick up both counters when last time it didn't, don't know. There we go. Okay. That wasn't pleasant. And the other tank at the other Bradley, 3 dice at 3. 2 hits. 3 at 6 to save. No saves. 2 hits. Right, so there we've marked our ops completed. Okay, and the Bradley is reduced and disrupted. Okay, taking a all right. The infantry definitely weren't in there because they got the actual weapons, so let's put the infantry on top. Should have placed them on top anyway. Right, okay. So this guy, now he's at long range to here. So he'll be looking at the yellow priority. It says least RM towards, fires LRM towards, all right, least low risk move. I'll get these acronyms right. It's not getting them towards their target. And if they start moving, this puts them exposed to my helicopters here, which are not great. Hold on there, I need to pause that. Okay, checking if my helicopters actually have any way of hurting these tanks, not in fly mode at present moment, because they haven't got high rate of fire on the HE. So, but the lower resistance requires moving out of sight. I can definitely see them here. So they can't do that. It says fire at closest vehicle is the next option, which for that top tank will be the Bradley. Okay, so he'll be straight 3 at 4. 1 hit. The Bradley now is 2 at 6. Nope, he's now eliminated. They do not last long. Doing it again. Bring him back. Roll my wreck. And move the Bradley. Okay. Well, not going too good for me already on this side. Okay, so that's one tank is fired here. There is no vehicles here now. So that no longer applies. It says execute counteractions. Right, they're on the offensive. Okay, it basically now says move or fire move to cover unless already in cover. So they're going to continue this way around. Right, so one of these tanks has fired. Ops complete. The other one hasn't. So right, there's 2 lots of max stacking there. That's max stacking. So we won't move that one first. So he's got no one in line of sight. Going through here, disrupted AEO. No, there's no one disrupted. If in 0 dB, move towards cover. Move towards cover. Okay, but that's still their objective. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that was 3 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that leaves this guy. Now he can't see the helicopters here because of this terrain. Though they're at level 2, there's going to be blocking line of sight from the terrain height here. Ideally, he wants to be up high so he can shoot these guys down. However, he is vulnerable to their fire. That's interesting. But let's follow their objectives. He says move towards cover. So this is cover. This is cover. Moving here, target. Moving here, no target. I suppose that would then give them air cover here. And these helicopters will probably stay here. Two. At the present moment, no one can see anybody here. So he still blocked. Yeah, he's within 2 of that. 4. Again, I think that's fine. I think you'll stay in cover there. Ops complete. Would they expose themselves to an obvious? The only thing my helicopters can shoot would be the guys that can shoot them down. Okay, so that finishes that formation. Next, my armor. over here. Refresh. Okay. All right. Continuing the fallback then to the actual town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this guy here, 1, 2, 3. I think actually he'll stay there. Ops complete. There we go. All right. So next up. Right, that's the second end of operations. So who haven't activated? Okay, so these Soviet forces did, this formation did, this formation did. Yeah, this formation, even though it uses a designated formation card and its own counter didn't come out, its own card didn't come out, doesn't matter, it still counts as an activated formation. My arms did. So 2 of my formations didn't. That's my armor and my infantry over here, the ones that I really actually needed to. So we take hold of their HQs, put them in next to the end of operation cards, which do not go back in the deck at this stage. All these cards here now get returned to the formation deck. Moving on to, hold on, not quite. Remove all the admin counters and move that on to, looks like multiple cards. Okay, it looks like I've got to take that back. All right. Yeah, we've got them all highlighted here. Unhighlight. Move the turn marker onto turn 6. Okay, so there's 2 formations didn't activate, so they will definitely activate next turn. Once they activate, that end of operations cards go back into the full deck. Offboard artillery wise, I've still got a smoke, some more mines I could lay, some HE, and the East Germans have got smoke. Soviets had no offboard artillery. Okay. Let me know if you any comments regarding that. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.